Get football updates directly to your inbox. Plus subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Could not subscribe. Try again later. Invalid email. One is regarded as England's greatest ever goalscorer, the other may well end up taking his mantle. And legendary Tottenham striker Jimmy Greaves passed on a few goal-scoring tips to heir apparent Harry Kane, then ordered him to go and break his club record. Greavesy met Kane on a trip to Spurs training ground to watch the first team prepare for the home game against Liverpool, and the 77-year-old, who has been wheelchair-bound since suffering a massive stroke in May 2015, said, "I really enjoyed meeting Harry and wished him good luck in breaking my record." His son, Danny, added, "Harry said it was an honor to finally meet Dad, and Dad wished Harry well and told him he'd be well pleased if he could go past his record." Image. Tottenham Hotspur FC. "I told Harry that Dad genuinely means that he'd be more than delighted, not only for him but hopefully because it would bring success for Tottenham. We have been up to the training ground and had the look round before, but the club said then that we could come back and watch the first team train. We sat on the balcony and watched the squad go through their training drills and routines. Dad thoroughly enjoyed it, and then afterwards he had 5 or 10 minutes with Harry, who's such a nice lad and really grounded." Image. Hulton Archive. Greavesy scored 220 league goals for Spurs and a further 46 in other competitions in a total of 379 matches for the club. Kane, 24, has a long way to go to match that, but with 84 league goals in 121 games, he's having a go. Tottenham boss Mauricio Pochettino said, "Greavesy is a legend for us. He was a fantastic player." Image. Tottenham Hotspur FC. "The fans and people here love him, so it was good to see him and his family." Tottenham Hotspur legend Greaves, now 77, has been wheelchair-bound since suffering a massive stroke. Despite this, he arrived at the North London club to see his old side get put through their paces, and current star Kane couldn't hide his delight. Image. Tottenham Hotspur FC. Kane said, "It was an honor to meet Jimmy. His achievements at Spurs and his goal record for club and country are certainly things that I aspire to. It's important that we continue to recognize the many great players in our history who have laid the foundations for what we're trying to achieve today." Quote. Video loading. Video unavailable. Click to play. Tap to play. The video will start in 8. Cancel. Play now. Frail Greaves tried his best to shake Kane's hand and even raise a thumbs up as he met both the striker and another burgeoning Spurs legend in Christian Eriksen. Greaves is Spurs' leading marksman with 266 goals in 379 appearances and was keen to meet a man who is gradually writing his own name into the history books. For his part, Kane has won back-to-back Premier League Golden Boots and hit his century of Spurs goals in just 169 matches earlier this season. Image. Tottenham Hotspur FC. Just last month, frail soccer legend Greaves remarried ex-wife Irene nearly 6 decades after they first tied the knot in 1958. The couple, who have sons Andrew and Danny and daughters Lynn and Mitzi, had divorced in 1977 only to reunite a year later when they found they couldn't live without each other. Now, after 39 years of living together, they are man and wife again following an emotional service watched by family and friends at a church near their Essex home. Image. Daily Herald. Image. MirrorPics.com. Afterwards, former England and Spurs striker Jimmy, 77, who has been wheelchair-bound since suffering a massive stroke, said, "I'm delighted to be remarried to Irene." And Irene added, "Jim did brilliantly. He was able to say most of what he needed to say, and the Reverend helped him when he couldn't. It was a lovely day. Very poignant and very emotional for the children. When we turned around, I said, 'Come on then, husband.' And everyone roared with laughter." Devoted Irene has been nursing Jimmy since doctors told him he would never walk again following the stroke that almost killed him. Image. Getty Images Europe. Image. Getty. It struck in May 2015, while he was having a cuppa with Irene and put him in intensive care for 6 weeks. Hundreds of bouts of private rehab treatment have since left him still unable to move his legs. The legend, who also played for Chelsea, AC Milan and West Ham, initially feared he would never be able to talk again after losing his speech. Image. LWT. After the service at St. John the Baptist Church in Danbury, Irene, 77, said, "Honestly, we'd never thought about remarrying. As far as we were concerned, we were always married. But a couple of months ago we decided we were going to do it again. So I don't know which date to do the anniversary on now. I'm probably going to stick to the original March date because next year it will be diamond." She added, laughing, "We got married on a Wednesday first time round. We had to because Jim was playing football on Saturdays. I can't begin to tell you how many weddings I've been to on my own." Image. EMPICS Sports Photo Agency. "We went to the local church this time. Just family. There's quite a lot of us. Really, with our 2 daughters as witnesses. And Reverend Clive Ashley was absolutely super throughout the planning and the day. It was so pleasant. Such a nice little ceremony. And then we went off to a local restaurant and had a good time. The kids really had a good time and got stuck into the celebrations. Jim was offered a brandy but he wouldn't take it. He wanted a cigarette but I had to remind him he couldn't smoke in a restaurant and that we'd have to go outside. It really wasn't the weather for it though." Image. PA. There were no speeches at the reception but grandson Harry did raise a toast to Nan and Granddad. During the meal, Harry's dad, Andrew, said, "It was a very special day and great for all the family to witness Mum and Dad tying the knot. It was a lovely day for the children and the grandchildren. When Irene first married Jimmy he was just at the start of his brilliant career, having become a professional at Chelsea the previous year in 1957. He now still lies 4th on the list of England's all-time leading goalscorers behind Wayne Rooney, Sir Bobby Charlton and Gary Lineker." Image. Alex Morton. But his goals-to-games ratio, he scored 44 in 57 appearances for the Three Lions, is far superior to any of those above him on the list, and he is still widely regarded by many as England's greatest ever goalscorer. The star, who battled alcoholism late in his career, moved into the media after hanging up his boots and became an award-winning and respected broadcaster and journalist. From October 1985 to April 1992, he and former Liverpool star Ian St. John presented popular ITV Saturday lunchtime football show St. and Greavesy. He wrote a weekly column for the Sunday People up until the day he suffered his stroke and, at the time, was still a regular on the after-dinner circuit. Image. Mirror Pics. Irene said, "He's still the same as he was. Not much different really. I don't think much will change. But he's well looked after and he loved it when he went to White Hart Lane to see the old stadium and the new one being built. And when he went to the training ground, he might go back to the training ground. He really enjoyed that, and for him to go when the players are training one day, that would be really nice for him."